Hey, we're the team behind Project Living. I'm Eldred from NTU CSA.
And I'm Clara from one of the Working Adults communities.
And I'm Grace Mary from School of Witness 2010.
Our vision for Project Living is for you to be able to experience the triduum, even when we can't celebrate this year's liturgical celebrations. No one is left out from experiencing the hope of Easter.
We chose living, especially since all of our comforts that we used to rely on, like travel, social, leisure, and work, are slowly taken away. But Jesus desires for us to live fully and to thrive. So we have 3 tracks to help us live through the triduum.
First, living the triduum. Over the next 3 days, you'll be able to enter the Lord's passion, death, and resurrection. Jesus isn't just in history, he's alive today. Second, living the hope. Jesus is our hope, and he is greater than any illness and suffering. We hope in his resurrection power. Lastly, living the personal victory. The victory won by Jesus is for you personally. It's not just some impersonal event that occurred 2,000 years ago. So let's remember the victories that Jesus is winning for us, even in this dire time.
We invite you to be intentional on this journey and to be generous in carving out time to spend with Jesus. In the spirit of evangelization, let us proactively bring hope and life to the online community. Instead of flooding our social media pages with updates about COVID, let us also share our encounters of Jesus.
We'll be releasing a care package of daily activities, devotions, prayers, and personal reflections. Just grab a friend or two and come and share together. We also encourage you to set up a prayer space or altar for your reflection. More details can be found on OIP's website.
So don't forget to tag oyp.sg and hashtag Homily Week in all your posts. Continue to keep a lookout on OIP's website, Facebook, and Instagram page for the spiritual package. We are excited to embark on this new journey this Easter.
So to start us off, check out this awesome video that's coming right after this called I Thirst, put together by the participants of School of Witness 2020. We often quench our thirst with things that do not satisfy, and it is only in Jesus that we're able to find that living water, to drink deeply and to live fully. We hope that you'll be blessed by this video. Enjoy! Bye!
I thirst. The scorching sun was relentless. Its heat chased away every drop of water. Dry, empty. That was all I saw. I lived like a fish out of water. I was clinging, barely, to the next breath and the next. Living just became slow dying. My roots forgot how to dig deep, and so they stretched far and wide, searching for something, anything that could possibly quench this insatiable fire. Nothing ever satisfied. I was fighting wildfire with nothing but a tiny bucket, but I had to do something, even if it was just for a tiny respite. So I go back to those broken cisterns. I hung onto every promise, hoping that it would be a little less empty than the last. I steeled myself once more to fill my tiny bucket, to try and tame this searing inferno. I hid. I watched as people went about their day, unaware of this tempest raging in my heart. I covered my face with a cloak of shame. I bound and held my brokenness together with chains of fear, while others sought cover. I braced myself to face the unforgiving sun at its peak. It was better to burn in its heat than to be stabbed by their piercing stares. I thought my plan had worked, but then I saw you. Why are you even talking to me? Filthy, tainted, broken me. Your eyes never wavered. I tried to look away. Your eyes pierced my heart, and yet I felt no shame. You smiled. I protested. How can you say that there is something more than this? This is all I've ever known. These broken cisterns.
My child, I thirst. My love for you is relentless. Let me chase away every drop of shame. Beloved, chosen, that is all I see. You forgot me, but I never forgot you. You were trying to find love, but my child, don't you see? Love finds you. I found you. I know you're tired. Come and find your rest in me. You've tried so hard to live in the wilderness all alone, but you were not created to be an orphan. Your room in my house still awaits you. I know you. I see you. Do not be afraid. Drink deeply. Live fully. That has always been my desire for you. Draw from my springs of living water that never run dry. You wait to die, but I want to give you a new life. Leave behind your cloak of shame and your chains of fear. Forget your broken cisterns, your means of self-reliance, your need for control. If you continue to drink of this water, you will thirst again. But when you drink of the water that I will give you, you will never thirst. This water will become in you a spring welling up to eternal life. Let it satisfy your parched throat. Let it heal your burns. Even in times of drought, you will continue to bear fruit. Even when you feel the heat, you will not be afraid. Instead of a fire that burns and blisters, let there be a fire that purifies and invigorates. You have witnessed the fragility of human love. Now taste and see the strength of mine. You shall be like a tree planted by water. Your roots shall be anchored in the overflowing banks of my love. No longer will you have to cower in fear or walk in the shadows. I am with you every step of the way. My child, thirst for me.